I remember I was in class 7th. I was around 12 years in age. And from the very beginning, I was very short in height, and because of which I was made to stand in the front on the first place in my class line. And when it came to sports day, I was the person who was sent on the top of the pyramid, and I used to feel like a queen of the world. And I was a good dancer too. So I participated in dances also. And when it came to group dances, because I was a good performer and the advantage of short stature, I was made to stand in the front. And it happens that whenever you are performing, you tend to follow the person standing in front of you, consciously or subconsciously. So I was there standing in the front. It was our Founders' Day celebration. And it happened that I did a step wrong. The dancers, the students standing behind me, started following me, and they also did the steps wrong. And the whole sequence of the dance was spoiled. Our dance was really bad. So I got a good scolding from the teacher who was in charge of that dance. On top of that, she asked me to get my mother to the school the next day. And in those days, bringing your parents to the school was the most embarrassing punishment you can ever get. So I was crying badly, and I went home and I told everything to my mother. Then she consoled me. She said, "Child, it was a mistake. And it was an unintentional mistake. You never did anything intentionally. So stop crying. Everything will be fine." The next day, when my mother reached the school, the teacher said a lot of things to my mother. In fact, she said all that which came to her mind without thinking what she's speaking. I saw tears in my mother's eyes. I was my mother's pride. I was her greatest masterpiece. She never got tired of praising me. She was extremely proud of me. But that day, she had tears in her eyes because of me. Was it because due to my short height? Or was it because me standing on the first place? No, it was because of me not listening to her advice, not paying a heed to her words. I had a short height from the very beginning, and my mother was quite worried about that. So she arranged some rods, some rings, and she got them placed on the ceiling and everything so that I can stretch myself and I can grow up with a good height. But I never paid any attention to her advice. I never listened to her. Because of which I am short in height. How I wish I could have listened to her advice. How I wish I could have pushed myself a bit more, and how I wish I could have saved my mother from that embarrassment. It is an Ethiopian saying, "Give advice. If people don't listen, let adversity teach them." So I didn't listen to the advice of my mother, and this adversity taught me the value of your parents' words. So listen to the advice of your dear ones. Listen to the advice of your parents. They are your well-wishers. They want you to grow in life. It's true that there is no age of learning. There is no time for learning. Whenever you want, you can start. But nature has its own rules. There are certain things which need to be accomplished by the time assigned for them. So listen to advice and accept correction, and in the end, you will be wise. So this is Surabhi Jain saying goodbye till we meet again with a new story.